prisoner of war who has gone through World War II. We will now reveal his name for privacy purposes. Hello sir.
Good morning.
The purpose of my visit is to learn about history.
Oh yes, I was one of the British Empire's men. During World War II, it was the worst disaster I remember. All of the people heard the news of Malaya being attacked, but none of us in Singapore were worried at all. We thought that we were safe, as Singapore was considered as the impregnable fortress.
Why so?
Well, the British were certain that an attack on Singapore wouldn't be from the north, as Malaya formed a natural barrier. The swampy areas of Malaya would prove difficult for troops to move through. The main fleet to Singapore strategy also ensures that Britain's Far East possessions would be protected. There were also gun batteries facing the seas, which can be turned towards land.
I see. So, what happened then?
We could barely fend off the Japanese that was invading Singapore. Compared to the Japanese, they had better technology than us, such as the Zero fighter planes, which were far more superior than our Hurricanes. Moreover, on December 1941, there was an air raid of 17 Zero fighter planes which bombarded our city due to us leaving our lights on and becoming an easy target. Eventually, over 60 people died. After that, constant air raids occurred. They used tricks that diverted our defense system. In the end, Percival surrendered. The madness of the Japanese occupation started.
So, what happened to you?
After the surrender to the Japanese, we were forced to march from the Padang to the Selarang barracks. We were kept in prison with other soldiers. For a while, we could do our own things, and so a few higher-ranked soldiers made up rules so that we can work together in an organized manner, which kept up our morale.
What else happened during your time as a prisoner of war?
I think that the Japanese later stopped ignoring us and became abusive. When we needed to do work, with the little rations and the poor conditions, overworking caused many deaths. I was one of the lucky ones to be able to survive in those harsh conditions. However, I was then sent to work at the Death Railway. It was hell. We were forced to work even harder and abused. With such harsh working conditions, some Japanese died as well. We work and work from June 1942 till October 1943. Then again, I was released back. All of us felt very angry with the Japanese for mistreating us.
What about the surrender of the Japanese? What led to it?
It was due to the nuclear bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki on the 6th and 9th August 1945, the first atomic bombs ever to be used in war. The Japanese surrendered due to heavy losses in those cities and did not want any more nuclear bombings in their country. We were extremely happy for the surrender of the Japanese and being able to survive through the 3 years. Singapore was returned to the British once again on 12 September 1945.
Thank you very much.